Stand with your feet not more than shoulder width apart.
Correct grip for deadlift. One hand over grip, the other hand under grip. Wrong grip for deadlift. Both hands over grip. Wrong grip for deadlift. Both hands under grip. Correct grip for deadlift. One hand under grip, the other hand over grip.
I show a bouncing deadlift. Bouncing the barbell off the floor helps your back keep its natural curves during the whole lift. For this method of deadlifting, the floor has to have a springiness to it. Bend your trunk forward at the hips and bend your knees slightly. Your whole spine, from the lower back to the neck, must be held as if you were standing upright, without bending or arching beyond normal posture. In the lowest position, look at the ground in front of your feet, and as you raise up, keep your head in a neutral position. Don't even let your chin jut forward. If you lift your head back, the arched neck vertebrae will be pulled during the lift by very strongly tensed muscles at the back of your neck, and that can cause you neck pains. At the top of the lift, pull your shoulders back to counter the hunching of your upper back caused by the weight of the heavy barbell. Inhale briefly at the beginning of the way down, then hold your breath for the rest of the way down, during the bounce, and on the way up again. And finally, exhale at the top. Dive with the weight, slam it into the floor, and catch it as it bounces up. Do not round your back. As you lift the weight, a rounded back's muscles are stretched under a great load, can be strained, and allow the back's ligaments to get overstretched. When you can do a deadlift in perfect form, consider doing it on blocks. Deadlifts increase the range of forward flexion in your hips and at the same time strengthen muscles of the lower back, buttocks and hamstrings. To that end, use weights light enough to let you move through the full range of motion. Put the bar on your shoulders behind your neck. Grip the bar with your hands at the width that is comfortable for you. As you squat, look straight ahead or slightly up, not down. Place your feet approximately shoulder width apart and point them forward or slightly out. Feet stay flat on the ground throughout the whole movement. Lean forward from the hips only a little. You should keep your back as close to vertical as possible. Inhale as you squat. Descend, keeping your back as vertical as possible. Exhale as you raise up. Do not allow your trunk to lean forward at the start of the ascent, and do not let the hips lead the movement up. Do not bounce at the bottom to help with the ascent. Do not descend so low as to make a bounce necessary to raise up. If you squat with a very heavy weight, take a deep breath at the beginning of the descent, hold it until you start the ascent, and start exhaling past the sticking point. Always do heavy squats on full lungs. This is an okay overhead squat. You might have heard the myth that deep squats destabilize the knees. It is not true. Deep squats with weights improve knee stability provided that the feet are placed so there is no lateral rotation in the knees. Back squat. I took off the plates so you can see the alignment of the back and whole body during the whole back squat. I am holding myself straight in a natural position to maintain the lordotic curve, as if I were standing. Now I will show a very common error that ruins people's backs, and then they go around complaining that squats are no good. So far so good. And now the error. See how my back is flexing? Okay? If you do that and do the squat, you will hurt your back, especially if you do that with a heavy weight. If you lose control of your lower back and let this happen, before you get up, straighten it. And then you can get up safely. If you do this with a heavy weight, just sitting in this position might strain your lower back. Now, I will show how to use the wall to correct your deep squat. Stand close to the wall and squat. And as you get better or warmed up, you can get closer and closer. Pay attention to keeping a straight lower back. And the wider the squat, the easier it is to go very deep. Whatever can be done with a barbell can be done easier with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. So you can practice your deep squat with weight that you can hold in both hands between your legs. It could be a dumbbell. I have a kettlebell, so I will use a kettlebell. We'll start with a very easy form. Because you don't have to go very deep, and you can support yourself with a kettlebell on the ground. See? Now, if you want to do a deeper squat, put your kettlebell on the chest. This will be similar to the front squat with a barbell, but much easier because you don't have to balance a long barbell. And now do your wall squat, but this time you can go deeper. Pay attention to keeping a straight back. Toes are as close to the wall as possible. If you make an error and curve your back like this, really badly, before you get up, straighten up. Make your lower back straight, and now you can go up safely. If you don't have enough flexibility in your hips, in your ankles, to do a deep squat, you can do a stretch while holding on to something very stable. Something that won't move, that will let you just hang on to it. For the purpose of demonstration, this will have to do. Grab whatever you want to grab, and then sit back and down. As low as you can. And just sit in there, wherever it is that your flexibility allows. And eventually you will get to a deep squat. If you learn deep squats for the purpose of lifting weights, then keep your back straight most of the time. Okay. If you want to stretch some more and you feel that rounding your back would help to relax more, to lower your hips, it's fine, because there is no load on you. You don't hold any weight. But before you get up, just for the sake of a good habit, straighten up your lower back.